are now moving to another stage where we want the HODs to give us a review, a helicopter kind of review of where we are now, right, of their strategic plan, how they fared as departments. How they fared as departments. So let's take it from there. Which department would like to start?
I wouldn't mind trying it, though I'm not so sure how to present it. Let me try to set the place. I'm sure I'll be corrected where I'll be wrong. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for offering social services to say something in relation to our strategic plan. As a department, we have programs. There is the housing, there is also social amenities, there is also education, there is also health. I won't make reference to any literature per se, but I'll just try to present from my memory. This is just a quick one, Mr. Chairman. When we look at education, in our strategic plan, I'm sure we target to construct 4 classroom blocks per year. But however, okay, we have failed to religiously provide that sort of a service due to challenges of funding. Yeah, we did construct here and there, but not to the expectations of our strat plan. And when we look at and our major challenge in education, the primary schools, yes, we have quite a number of them. We have 55 in total, and we only have 17 secondary schools. So our education is skewed more on the side of primary schools. We still have a very huge gap when it comes to secondary schools. So we need to pull our socks and improve in the construction of secondary schools. This can be done through partnerships with the individuals, with the mining community, business community, and of even the church, the religious community, to improve access to education, towards education, especially when looking at the side of education and looking at access to secondary schools, and also more construction of infrastructure. Then when we look at housing, we are supposed to, off the cuff, I don't have the figures, how many housing units, but we have a target of also contributing towards the construction of houses in the district, which ultimately will also contribute to the number of housing units in the province and at national level at large. But however, our challenge again goes back to the question which I raised, and you said during the course of the workshop or the meeting, the training, my question will be answered. And I just pray that definitely it will be answered. But we as much as we are having challenge in having land to construct housing units, some it's man-made, I would say. Well, we are not singing from the same hymn in the community. The community has a feeling that if we take the land which they claim belongs to them, probably they will be moved to other unfavorable places, and you can see it's a protection of their social norms. People being moved maybe to another province.
Can I be allowed to fire one member?
We definitely have to to come up with, think outside the box and have identified maybe other places where we can start constructing housing units. Yes, already we have the issue of the smart city. Definitely it is going to answer to that challenge of land. But it is coming, of course, with the cost when we have got land at our disposal, which we are failing to access. If the House can allow me to quickly move on to health, I mentioned that health is another program under social services where we are mandated to reduce or to increase the health coverage density, where we have more health facilities being dotted or being established within our 23 administrative wards. We are trying, but if we were to rate ourselves, I'm sure if I was to rate myself in that area, it's an area where we need to do more. The main challenge, of course, definitely being funding. And also, probably also now have to come up with partnerships. Though we have very few people who seem to be interested in investing in health. Even the mining communities, I'm sure as a strategy, we need to engage the mining communities that they also establish health institutions within their working environments, within their communities. We've got Tech Mine, yes, it has a small health facility, but only catering for their workers. And if it could extend its wings to cater for even the general populace, I'm sure we'll definitely get there. We've got a number of resolutions to establish health centers, but due to funding as well, we are failing to meet that. And I'm sure this is an opportunity to come up or to relook into our strategies of health delivery, where we will improve in having health facilities being easily accessed by our members of the community. This also speaks to the issue of having even a mobile health facility within the district. Currently we don't have one, but hopefully by the end of the training or the workshop, we'll have come up with a strategy, not only of relying on the devolution funds, but also coming up with other ways of purchasing a health delivery vehicle. I also indicated that we have, for education I've mentioned health, social amenities. Social amenities, we have a serious challenge of drug and substance abuse within our communities. And when I was just reading presentations to parliamentary committee, which was going around, I think it was during budget. In our children raised, our youths raised the issue of social amenities. And I can't remember that other district where they mentioned that probably the cause of substance and drug abuse is because there aren't enough social amenities. When I grew up, I was bred in now I live. We used to go the dog a bite for Lama. Nhongo, there was a public library. There were programs which we used to go swimming. Let me mention that one. That I did we used to go in Copa. We used to go and swim. We never think of other social ills and misfit behavior. Because we were always entertained. After school, the weekend, we'd go and swim. We'd go in the public library. There were so many things which would keep the youth occupied. So as a local authority, as Bubi, I think we are lagging behind in that area. Probably by the end of the workshop, we'll come up with